Thank you guys for joining me. Cabal Vision Champions Cup Playoffs Season 11 action, where we are going to have the semifinals recap right here. Chaos Dwarf taking on the Wood Elf team. Crucifer this time going to try to go through another Wood Elf team. And I have to say here, in my preliminary prediction, I do like the Chaos Dwarf team to win it. Crucifer, don't fail me, my friend. We're gonna start up the replay as we are going to get right into the game. Yes, Crucifer trying to make it back into the finals once again. I swear to goodness, every single season it just seems like he just barely falls short, but perhaps not this time. This time, he may be able to win it, but he's gonna have to go through the blender. Crucifer, how to make a smoothie. The Chaos Dwarf team take it on Mankiz. Another Wood Elf team, the Wood Elf team. So Mankiz's team here is looking quite strong and solid. Every time I see this Wood Elf team play, it's like watching another team play. I have no idea what we're gonna see. Are we gonna see some strong, solid play out of the Wood Elf team, or are we going to see just a fanciful flight in an Aryan-esque type game? I just don't know, but it appears that How to Make a Smoothie will opt to kick off against this dangerous Wood Elf team. And we are going to go ahead and check out both of these guys' skills while we are taking a look here. It is not a resurrection tournament, so it is still a progression tournament. And we're going to see here, Bull Centaur, definitely the staple. Break, tackle, block, dodge, and the tackle ability. And then, of course, Mighty Blow, tackle here. And then the claw, piling on, guard for that man. And then grab, stand firm, Mighty Blow with that guard over there for that Chaos Dwarf. Level 1 Chaos Dwarf blocker, but don't you worry. We got a +1 in strength, claw, Mighty Blow piling on, guard. Chaos Dwarf blocker right there, and then guard, stand firm, Mighty Blow, and then more claw. And Mighty Blow, but no piling on, just gonna have guard here, and the Bull Centaur. Frenzy with a break, tackle, Mighty Blow with that block ability, and a dirty player Hobgoblin, and another Hobgoblin with that block ability, and another dirty player Hobgoblin right here, and then of course the block sure hands with that kickoff return Hobgoblin. What Crucifer likes to do now is, because he had lost one game due to not having a ball carrier, he likes to develop a second ball carrier, so he even said it himself during his stream. So that's what Crucifer's going with that Hobgoblin right here. So now we're going to take a look here at this Wood Elf team of Mankiz. Does have the tree, does have grab and the guard ability for that tree, and also wrestle. +1 in movement allowance, strip ball, sidestep, tackle, and then +1 in movement allowance, sidestep, guard, block, catcher. And what a dangerous offensive threat that is. Mighty Blow here. Not a Mighty Blow. Does have the +1 in strength, tackle, sidestep with the frenzy, war dancer right there, and then wrestle, line elf here on the front line, and then a loner line elf right there. Now +1 in agility, leader, thrower with dodge. So a nice, dangerous offensive component everywhere you look. Take away the default skills. And we are going in. Satterfield, good to see you, my friend. Always a pleasure, my friend. Thank you for showing up. But for the rest of you guys out there, Champions Cup Playoffs, semifinal loser will still be able to drown their sorrows with 100 euros for third and fourth place, 250 for second, 500 euros for the first place winner, and all the glory, all brought to you by Cyanide and Focus Home Entertainment. So don't you guys go anywhere too far and too soon, because we are in for a doozy. A couple of great coaches gonna start, and we'll see what kind of game that the Wood Elf team wants to play. Score quickly, or will it just play some positional play in this first bit and then maybe score? Some of the strategy here from some of these Wood Elf teams say, instead of going for the easy and quick 2-turn touchdown, play for a few rounds and then score it, and make it to where the other team doesn't have as much time to ground and pound you out at the end of the first half. So that might actually be a good idea here against this Chaos Dwarf team that can actually do that and make your life living hell. So we'll see what that's going to play out here. If anything, though, the Chaos Dwarves are definitely going to get base to base against this Wood Elf team. Force those dodges out, just as we had seen earlier before, where Ducky's Necroman team was able to force the dodges out from the Wood Elf team. Forces those 2+ dodges. Sure, it's only a 2+, but if ones begin to creep out steadily, then the Wood Elf team will be in a spot of trouble. So we'll see how that's going to play out. Chaos Dwarves, yes, they're going to get very aggressive. Base them up. Not afraid to do this. And with those dirty player, we should see some fouls come in. And since this is a progression tournament, don't forget, another Wood Elf team of the Wood Elf team is down in team value greatly. So 2 Bloodwiser Babes, and we'll be able to get a Wizard for today's match. So the big difference there with that Claw. And so far, the Wood Elf team hasn't really needed that tree to be in this game to win it. But would definitely love to keep him in there if he's possibly can, because with that grab, we'll make 1-turn touchdowns a whole lot easier, especially with having +1 in movement allowance, War Dancers, and hell, even the catcher with that +1 in movement allowance, 9 movement allowance there with that sprint. Only needs 1 itty bitty push on the front line to be a real threat for the 1-move touchdown. So that's kind of the reason why Crucifer went and kicked off to him, so that he doesn't waste his time in the first half grinding out the Wood Elf team and then suddenly gets scored on by the end of the first half. Then now it's the Wood Elf team's possession half in the second half, and it will make things a little bit more difficult to win it if he holds the ball. So there the Chaos Dwarf team opts to kick it off to him, so that he has to think about either scoring it quickly or try to hold the ball himself and make the Chaos Dwarf team think twice about it. But we'll see how Mankiz wants to play it. Again, we have seen multiple personalities here from Mankiz's team. We have seen Mankiz hold it to about the 4th round, I believe, in one of the games. And then after that, just decide, okay, I'm just going to score it. After playing with his food a little bit and then going in for the touchdown. So now with round 2 being at the end, looks like again we're going to see that kind of play where the Wood Elves are just hanging out for the time being, not scoring it too quickly, but that will give Crucifer a chance to at least put somebody in the backfield like this Bull Centaur waiting there. They both have that tackle ability, so I have to say Crucifer's team this time is looking quite well in trying to stop her up agility teams, and more than likely is going to face off against Ducky in the final. And what a final would that be here if this Chaos Dwarf team will be able to fight against Ducky's Lizard Man team. And I have to say, I would almost think and almost wager that Ducky would be a little bit not favored to win that game, but I don't know. It is Ducky, and what am I saying, right? That's just crazy talk. Wood Elves, though, are going to hang a Line Elf there on the left side and get himself a little bit... Actually, it's not a Line Elf. It's going to be the catcher. Hung the catcher out to dry there and got a little bit blitzed down there. And got down for it. So, wasn't the catcher there? Who got knocked out there? Let's see here. Or am I looking at the wrong sideline? Wait a minute. Did I miss something here? Let me see. It's a sidestepper here. And okay, so he did get the blitz in and did get the push. But grab on the side. Okay, that he had grab. I was like, wait a minute, he has sidestep. How can he get surfed? Oh, but he got grab. Okay. So he got surfed and no injury there. Luckily for the Wood Elf team, that's what happened, boy. I was like, wait, he's got sidestep. Okay, well, that's why we got the backup function, guys. Alright, so now we're back into the action, and as we see, the Wood Elf team getting a little bit stoppered up there, but not a big deal. Again, the Wood Elf team has shown it before in the past. He will hold it for a few turns, and then think about scoring it whenever he feels like it. And I think that's definitely the best play here at the moment. Just kind of hold the ball for as long as you can, and then after that, get that score. Get a few flies out. Stretch the defense of Crucifer. Force him to to run around the pitch for a little bit. Get his big guys kind of tired out, you know, like they're on the treadmill. They're not used to running around with those short, stubby feet. Or short, stubby legs, that is. And then get that touchdown a little bit later on. Will Dancer's going to get himself out of trouble. Going to continue to dodge away. And we'll be able to finally get out of all of that danger. And that will be it. Going to continue to have a nice little screen here up against Crucifer. But Crucifer is not necessarily a type to go ball carrying crazy and set his sights on him. More than likely Crucifer's just going to hang back and just continue to play some solid Blood Bowl. Don't want to let the Wood Elf team stretch too far. Likely going to blitz this guy down. He's sticking his head out a little bit too far, but it looks like no, he's going to blitz down the Line Elf. And I guess it's just the loner Line Elf, so not a big deal. We'll be able to get a blitz here. And with the blitz, we'll be able to push him right into spot underneath the Bull Centaur, and we'll be able to get a nice hit down and take him down for a little bit. I would actually like to see Wood Elves with more flies down the pitch, if possible. Just having that one loner guy back there, I mean, look at this. Chaos Dwarves continue to stay basing up a lot of these Wood Elves, and this is one of those things where it's just like, well, who are you gonna throw to if push comes to shove, right? But right there, nice little KO, and that's the dirty player Hobgoblin. Needs to get him down. So the Wood Elves looks like they're going to be paving the way. Going to put up the nice big screen coming up on this right side, and then a score to come pretty soon, I'd have to say. Right now, it's in the Wood Elf team's court. What's he going to do? Trying to dodge away, and actually going to use one of the re-rolls here. Wanting to get away, get that screen off, and I do believe we're going to see the pass now. And that's why he wanted to re-roll that, so he can get the pass off to the War Dancer. And he does have pass. And so he did actually need it there, and finally gets it off. Just a 2+ pass because he's got 5 agility, folks. So that's an easy 2+ pass. And the War Dancer is going to also easily get that. But I think the Wood Elves might be missing something here. Break tackle, so we might see the Bull Centaur get a little bit crazy with it. Maybe not. Does have this Hobgoblin right there, so maybe a 1-die block. Try to get down the Line Elf, and then after that a blitz coming around the top. Sure, the War Dancer's got +1 to strength, but that's just 4 strength. And actually he's going to use the Bull Centaur instead. Get the 2-die block, but oh man, going to use the reroll anyways. And so with this 1-die blitz coming up, won't be able to use a reroll, but does have tackle. So defender down, defender stumbles, but it's just going to be a skull right on that die. And going to end all aggression here done by the Chaos Dwarf team. And I do believe that the way the Chaos Dwarfs are basing just about all of the Wood Elves, after a couple of hits on the front line, we are more than likely going to see the score coming up. I don't see it going any other way. Break tackle, tackle, Bull Centaurs right here in the mix, and so we should see the score coming up. Yep, there we go. Mankiz is going to go up 1-0 and draw first blood. So Crucifer, he's going to teach this man how to make a smoothie indeed. And he's gonna have loads of turns left. 4 turns for Crucifer. That's more than enough time for Chaos Dwarves, but lots of chances here for the Wood Elf team to actually stifle up the Chaos Dwarf team and prevent this touchdown coming up. So 4 turns just to hold some defense. Not too bad. I like my chances if I'm the Wood Elf team, I have to say. But that will mean that the Chaos Dwarves will have to try to hold it until the 8th round, because he doesn't want to score too early. With that one move touchdown threat that the Wood Elf team does have, you have to know that you can't just score it willy-nilly. High kick, but did have kick return, and so no need to place him underneath the ball here. So Chaos Dwarfs, what they're going to do is they're going to get very bashy and try to get loads of hits in on the front line and try to get off those injuries, and he will be able to. Just going to be the loner lineman, so he's going to be away. And that's going to be the first of many, and so far so good. Boy, look at that Wood Elf team. That was the first big injury there suffered. Still holding on strong to that Apothecary as well, so looking pretty good injury-wise. One would almost suspect that you would see more injuries there on this Wood Elf team, but that is not the case as of yet. But that's the thing about playing against dodgy agility teams. Can't base them down for too long and then just dodge away. And if they don't roll ones on those dodges, then unfortunately it's like trying to hold a slick vibrator. Wait a minute. What? Turn 6 now, and gonna actually fail yet another pickup, so that's gonna be unfortunate here. And so with the failed pickup, won't be able to use that extra turn that he had to move the ball up. So 3 more turns left to go the length of the pitch, and he's gonna need all 3 turns to do so. So that's gonna be too bad, and actually the ball is gonna be down on the ground. So I guess this might actually be a nice time to pounce if you're the Wood Elf team. So here comes the aggression now. I don't see it going any other way. We're going to see a couple of leaps. I do think so. Or maybe even just dodge throughs. Why not? Why do 3 plus 3 pluses? Just do a 2 plus right there. He does have the +1 movement allowance. And he does have the GFI. 1 more to go. He's going to try for the ball pickup. But going to fail the GFI. But that's alright. We got rerolls, baby. And oh, he's going to fail it there on the 2 on the pickup. Rolled a bunch of 2s there. And not gonna get away with it. Hobgoblin here is gonna have another shot. It should be able to at least get a blitz, if not a block here, but I don't think we're gonna do a block here from the guy with sure hands. So we're gonna definitely see a blitz coming up, likely by the Bull Centaur, with that tackle ability to get him away. The War Dancer does have sidestep. So if this is only going to be pushes on the dice, then that would be too bad. But there comes the blitz from the Bull Centaur. Yes, it will be a 3-die block, and he will be get defender down dice. So why not scatter the ball here? And that's going to be a good scatter here for the Wood Elf team. That's exactly what he wanted when he did that. Push that ball back a little bit, scatter it this way, force the extra movement allowance to be used going down 1 away from the touchdown line. Only 3 more turns left, so time's a ticking. We may not actually see a score by this Chaos Dwarf team. So I do believe we may see some fouls coming up pretty soon, but I don't know. Turn 7, turn 8. So at this point, both Centaurs are going to be the ones that may have to end up taking the ball down the pitch on the 4+ handoff. There's the fireball. Wow! A big fireball, and will injure a Hobgoblin to boot. So with the Apothecary already. Oh, actually, the Apothecary hasn't been used yet. I was actually thinking of Calcium Cass's game. But the Apothecary did not get used. But the Hobgoblin will go down. The ball is going to be out. And with the blitz coming up, we should be able to have a 2+ pickup. Loads of rerolls for both sides. Well, I wouldn't say loads of rerolls, but still has 1 more reroll left. And any 2+ pickups now, we are going to see the reroll being used, and he will be able to pick that ball up, and he will be able to get the touchdown. Will not be denied there. Mankiz, so aggressive with the fireball. Puppy, you're right about that. I don't know if I would have gambled there with the fireball, but it is gambling for a reason. It's not gambling if you're winning, baby. And that's exactly what Mankiz is doing right now. He is absolutely winning right now. 2-0. 7th round though. Crucifer does have 2 rounds to maybe get his touchdown. Bull Centaurs with the rock could definitely make it down in 2. Again, that's the danger. Chaos Dwarf team does have 9 total movement allowance for those Bull Centaurs, so watch out for that. That's probably why he's in the finals and you're not. Well, you know, that's just how it is. Sometimes you just need to take those risks. That's the difference between winning games and winning championships, right? I mean, those risks here and there, you don't want to just get overly too risky, right? You don't want to just throw caution to the wind, just like whatever, I'm just gonna roll dice and just laugh in the face of danger. No, you can't do that. You just have to take these calculated risks at these great moments. And right there, it worked out. Payoff was so high, and was able to get paid off with the touchdown. Absolutely worth the fireball here. And if he didn't get that touchdown, then yeah, it would have absolutely been a bit of a waste there. But did get the touchdown, and risk versus reward. Now we are going to see more mighty blows and more piling ons. But so far, so good. No thrower now though. Actually going to get injured in the last bit, but man, not a big deal. Did get that big touchdown by the War Dancer, so being up 2-0, Mankiz is definitely going to feel pretty secure. But at this point, Chaos Dwarves really needs to make this touchdown if he has any hope of perhaps winning it. So 4+ handoff coming up, and I do believe he's actually already used the reroll right there, so he needs this to come through for him, if anything. And I think, yes, Crucifer is not going to take that risk as of yet. Going to hold on to it because he's already used the reroll, so he is just going to get that ball up a little bit and put his Bull Centaurs in scoring range, and we're going to see the 4+ coming up, guys. At this point, the Chaos Dwarfs needs to cover up these Bull Centaurs for the handoffs, and if the Wood Elves are definitely paying attention, then he needs to make sure that he blitz down one of the Bull Centaurs and then surround up the other guy, because at this point, those are the only guys that can make this touchdown coming up. Oh, he does have this Hobgoblin up front that's hiding behind the stats, but I don't know if I'd be worried about that guy, but I would definitely do the block here, get the blitz on the Hobgoblin, and oh, just gonna be a couple of pushes. Oh, that's so bad right there. Oh man, that's a big miss here, big miss. Just a couple of pushes on that Bull Centaur, so Crucifer's gonna have a chance now. Does have a 2-die blitz here, does get the defender stumbles, will be able to get a nice little push combo to get him away a little bit extra, and gonna hang back. Gonna put some guys here. Bull Centaur will be able to get one block up at least, should be able to get a whole bunch of guys to screen off now. And we'll be able to get over there, nicely done. But I do believe the right side is going to be a little bit open. No, he's going to get this guy here after the GFI. And this is going to be quite difficult. Let's go ahead and take away the skills as we see if Crucifer can somehow, some way, pull off the miracle touchdown. First though, he's going to try to get down the tree, but just a push here. And the Hobgoblin, he's going to hand it off. 5+ on this. Wow! Gonna do the 5+. He got a 6. But where's he gonna go? He's gonna blitz. Okay, he's gonna break tackle, blitz. Oh, what a combination! Crucifer's may have been able to find it here. He does have frenzy on him, so he needed to get the first one as a push. He gets the defender down die, or the defender stumbles, gets away from danger. Will be able to score. Crucifer finds a way. Look at that. 2-1. Beautiful. Had to risk it with the 5+, but gets the dice that he needed. But he's still down 2-1, and I have to say though, it is now Chaos Dwarf team's possession half, and so he's going to feel a lot better going into the second half here. Crucifer will be able to dictate where he wants to go with the ball and try to maybe get some more injuries here on the defense of the Wood Elf team. But boy, oh boy, that right there, my friends, Crucifer darn near almost gets skunked in the first half, 2-0. But there is going to get saved there with the 5+ handoff to the brilliant blitz. I didn't even see it. Gets the break tackle away for the 4+. From not the 4+, but the 3+, because that's a tackle zone. And he's only got 4 strength, so it was a 3+ dodge into a frenzy blitz where he needed a push. Otherwise, he'd end up doing a 4+ dodge away. But I guess when you're making 5+ handoffs, that's the lesser of all the evils. But man, I have to say, very well done here. Oh, but a blitz on the kickoff, and boy, luckily for this Chaos Dwarf team, the ball is actually kicked quite short, and this could actually go and bounce back here to the midfield, and that'll be a touchback. But man, this blitz coming up needs to be quite well done. One dive blitz on the Bull Centaur, needs to put himself right underneath to have a chance at the ball catch. So here we go. Oh, he does catch it, but he's gonna pay for it though, because lots of angry Chaos Dwarfs really wants the ball back now. And that's a little bit too bad that the ball was right there, and gonna hang that War Dancer a little bit out to dry here. And with tackle, we'll be able to easily get that block off, and the ball is coming straight out. And even a KO, but oh, Crucifer's not done yet. Gonna try to get the piling on action, but still gonna produce a KO, and gonna get that War Dancer out. And that's really great here, because now the Chaos Dwarf team doesn't need to worry about that Chaos Dwarf. Oh yeah, I'll put the skills right back up for you. Yeah, I just took it away in that last bit so you can see it a little bit easier, the last combination. But man, Crucifer, nicely well done here. Oh boy. And that's the +1 in strength, tackle, sidestep, frenzy, War Dancer that went out. So a big piece even. And Chaos Dwarf team will definitely love that. We'll make this touchdown try a little bit easier. And I have to say, at this point, if there's going to be an injury coming out against even that War Dancer, the other one, then we are likely going to see an overtime period. And that's definitely a scary thing to think about, because you just never know how this is going to end up. You just never know. No problem, mishaps. Thinking about you. Both down die, and that's not good enough, but does have wrestle, so still we'll be able to take down the dangerous Bull Centaur and try to get his guys dodging away, but won't be able to dodge away on the 3+, and will KO himself for dodging away. So perfect. That's exactly what the Chaos Dwarves had envisioned whenever he had based them up. It's either you get 2-die blocked, or you're gonna have to make these 2+ and even end up making some 3+ dodges away, and that's the things that you're gonna see. So with that guy going out, that's one less on the pitch to worry about. And I think at this point here, Wood Elves are probably gonna have to just sit their guys down and go into overtime period. Hope like crazy he wins the coin toss, so that his very dangerous offense will be able to take over. But man, this is swinging steadily towards the Chaos Dwarf team, and boy, that's the beautiful thing about Blood Bowl, and that's why you need to keep it together, guys. I mean, going down 2-0, sure, it would have been so easy for Crucifer to give up, but that's why we need to continue to play these games. You just can't concede games. You just need to play it out and try to figure out these small little combinations and make it to where it was a whole lot easier to see. But oh boy, a big foul there, and another death injury on the reroll from the Apothecary. Foul, but he's gonna go out a hero, and that is a huge foul. War Dancer is not as big as the +1 in strength guy, but just about. And he is the one with the strip ball even. So that is a big piece indeed. War Dancer. You get those War Dancers out, and suddenly this Wood Elf team is just gonna be all but controlled. Their tree is gonna go out, and with the Apothecary being used, he is going out for the duration. And look at that, back-to-back big injuries. This is rapidly going out of control, going way downhill for this Wood Elf team. Oh man, he might have been up 2-0 at one point, but look at the score here, 2-1, and that's really just due to that last-second touchdown done by Crucifer. Again, guys, that's why we don't stop playing Blood Bowl. You need to keep your head in this game. I know this game's part psychology, but man, you keep it together. You try to make it to where you have a fighting chance, and look at what you see here. Crucifer absolutely has more than a fighting chance. Yeah, Puppy, you played a guy yesterday who was raging in the first half because he was stuffed by your halflings in the first half. But then in the second half, he killed half your team, scored twice, and then totally changed his tune, huh? Yeah. That's just it, right? Oh, nice here. Another foul, and it will be causing another death injury. So, wearing the steel toe boots, Hobgoblins are going to be heralded the hero. Look at that. Oh, and will try to dodge away and will produce yet another armor value break, and will be having the KO. And that's a pitch clear, my friends. Look at that. Champions Cup first, I think. Or first in a long time, that is. And the Wood Elf team has nobody to field. So, end of turns. How to force the smoothie out. And you better believe that the Chaos Dwarves are just going to hold the ball all the way to the 16th turn and then score it. And we are going into overtime. So, or actually not overtime. We are going into the end of the 16th round. And at this point, we are maybe at where we have seen before, where Anarian had pulled off the victory with 3 guys on the pitch. So you have to believe Crucifer right now is feeling a little bit twitchy right now. He's having post-traumatic stress disorder right now. He's like, oh no, three Wood Elves on the pitch. Could this happen again? And it's actually going to be the one with sidestep and 9 movement allowance. Wood Elf on the pitch. So, oh man, could this be it, guys? 3 Wood Elves on the pitch, and if the ball gets kicked short, oh boy time. Well, he still needs 1 push, guys, so it's not over yet, but at the same time, oh, the stand firms are gonna be right there. So at this point, only a quick snap here can save him, I think. He does have stand firm right there. He's gonna have to just make a crazy dodge in there to blitz the guy into place. Oh, but speaking of blitz, it's gonna be for the Chaos Dwarves, and oh no, they are in for some killings. Both down die. That's not gonna be good enough for Mr. Crucifer. He's got plenty of rerolls, so there we go. Use it there, and we'll be able to get a nice big hit here with the Mighty Blow piling on, but just gonna be a stun, just a stun. But will be able to nullify the 1-move touchdown, or will he? He's gonna definitely get that foul off now to try to get out the dangerous 1-move touchdown. Again, he's twitching, he's got post-traumatic stress disorder, and he really wants to get down the 1-move touchdown threat. But oh man, I do believe this is lots of assists, and we should see at least another injury check coming up. And what's it gonna be? It's gonna be a big one, and that's gonna be the 1-move touchdown. Boy, that blitz, a real crippling factor for this Wood Elf team. Oh man, I have to say here, Wood Elf team first half was all Wood Elves until the last bit where Crucifer turned it absolutely around on turn 8 and has not looked back ever since. Overtime period though does get another Wood Elf back. It's going to be the War Dancer, guys. So mind you, he still has, what, 3 more guys here on the pitch. And again, we have seen 3 Wood Elves win the game before against Crucifer himself. So don't count these guys out yet. But it appears Crucifer, how to make a smoothie. He is not going to get any more twitchies. At least not for this time being. Does have that War Dancer with +1 in strength and that tackle ability, so he can be a threat to jump into the cage and maybe be able to turn something here, make cloth into gold. I don't know, something like that, because Mankiz is definitely going to need it here. El Gyro, thank you so much for that follow. And here we go. Perfect defense, and that's going to be great. We'll be able to spare the first couple of guys here. And the War Dancer won't get blocked, but after one block, actually one block, 2 block, and then a blitz, all 3 still going to get hit, but at least it will be spending the blitz there on somebody else instead of needing to blitz perhaps a guy that got pushed. So that's one less block to worry about. But man, how did we come from 2-0 to this point here? But when you look back, it's due to the tenacity. Due to the tenacity of Crucifer staying in there, keeping his head together. Man, what a competitor here. He's gonna get that nice hit. Just gonna get a stun there, but he's not through yet. Couple of more hits to come. Here's the push, and here comes the blitz. It will be on the dangerous WrestleMania, but not on the War Dancer. Not gonna do it on him. A little bit surprised on that, but at the same time, I can see the thinking here. At this point, maybe Crucifer's baiting the dodge in there, and ooh, actually failed that sure hands pickup, but luckily, somehow, some way, the Chaos Dwarf holds on to the 5+, so 5 pluses for Crucifer today works out. But we'll need to deal with the 3+, 2+ dodge, or actually 3+3, 3+2+ dodge into a 2-die block, but just gonna get a both down die. Unfortunately, nothing more out of it. Had his chance even. Oh man, that small glimmer of hope. The scatter might have been good here, and the loner lineup might have been able to do something with it. I don't know, but oh no, gonna get the KO, and that's it. That's it. Hey, Sasanique, how you doing today? KO on the War Dancer, and I just don't see Crucifer losing this game now. This is all but over. All but over, my friends. Oh man. And if you guys out there are watching, and if you haven't already, definitely hit that follow button. Definitely helps me out in the long run. All the Blood Bowl action right here. Champions Cup, and even special cups like the cross-platform cup on my channel, as well as other strategy and role-playing games. You can check me out on YouTube as well, guys. Oh, Mike the Machine, nice to see you, my friend. Oh, look at you. Yeah, you came at a bad time, but that's alright. You'll be able to watch this game again in your leisure. On YouTube. You don't have to worry about that. Yeah, it's gotten definitely way ugly here by the end of the second half. I mean, it was all Wood Elves in the first half, guys, but now it's Chaos Dwarves. Crucifer looking like he will not be denied. He will once again make it back into the championship match, and we have not seen who has won between Ducky and the Underworld team. So who will get the better of it? More than likely it will be Ducky. So we are likely going to see Ducky versus Crucifer in the final. But yes, I mean, this is just all too bad right here. Trying to get the foul off, and with this is GG's right there. Every time it's going to at least be able to get a stun here, because the armor value break is pretty much all but assured. Yeah, it's a 2+ on the armor value break, so at least going to get some stuns here every single time, and we'll be able to score it, and that is a 3 SPP for that man. And finally, Crucifer is going to go back. Crucifer is going back to the finals. But Mankiz at least will be able to drown the stars. 100 euros his way. And definitely, guys, the biggest difference was the end of the first half. It was the tenacity, holding on tight. Chaos Dwarf team was able to come back just a little bit with that extra little bit at the end and get that touchdown at the end of the first half, where he was just down so far. And then in the second half, all of these injuries coming into play. Only 40 blocks succeeded, but man, I have to say, 40 blocks and 29 of them had armor value breaks. So only 11 hits produced non-injuries. And with that type of power, we see the Chaos Dwarfs making it through easily by the end of the second half. As we take a look at the brackets, Crucifer moves on after, wow, 3-2, something that you don't see out of the Chaos Dwarfs every day, winning 3-2, but we'll await the winner between Ducky's Lizard team, Beat of the Rising Sun, versus the Underworld team of Elliot. If only they could talk. But we're going to cover that a little bit later on. I need to eat a little bit of dinner, but I'll be back a little bit later on to cover that game there and other cross-platform cup to come. So don't you guys go away. So with that, guys, I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me out there. If you haven't already, of course, hit that follow and subscribe button. Definitely helps me out. VG Pierce. And always a pleasure to see you guys out here. Oh, look at that. All my great regulars, even on YouTube. Mike the Machine, nice to see you. Sasanik, always a pleasure. Mishaps, and even you, Puppy. I'm glad you guys have joined me tonight. And all you guys out there, I'll see you guys next time.